Hey everyone, what's going on? Welcome to a new episode of the Genesys Cloud Community's Q&A show, the show where we answer your pressing questions in the Genesys Cloud CX online community. My name is Matt Lawson. I'm your online community manager, and today we're sitting down with the Agent Assist team. This conversation to me is really funny because we just did our last episode on Web Messenger. This week, we're talking about Agent Assist, and it's really cool to see how the two play together. Also, we're going to be welcoming a new audience to this episode. The Genesys DX group may be watching this. If so, welcome to your first episode. We're sharing it with you all because the Agent Assist functionality that we talk about will be coming to your platform first. So really cool that you get to see an overview of this feature, some of the stuff that's going to be coming soon, and of course, we'll talk a little bit about the relationship between CX and DX. I'm excited for the episode. Also, for those of you who are on Genesys Cloud CX, please stay tuned to the end of the episode because my new colleague, Nicole, gets to sit down and meet the DX team, and she has a really fun video where she gets to know them in 3 minutes or less. What do you think? Can she rise to the occasion and beat the buzzer? Let's find out together. But for now, let's go ahead and meet the Agent Assist experts who will be doing a brief demo, answering some questions, all that good stuff. Great to have you all here. First time on the show. So it's always fun to get to meet some new talented colleagues at Genesys. Real quick, can we hear what it is you do and a little bit about your role, your title, all that?
Sure, I'll go first. Yeah, Sean Rooney. I'm a principal product manager here at Genesys for our Agent Assist product line.
Cool. How long have you been with the company?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I've been here just a little over 2 years. So I joined at the very start of the pandemic, straight into working from home. So I've only met my colleagues recently in the flesh, only a couple of months ago. But yeah, I'm 2 years here. I started working on our native bot solution, Dialogue Engine Bot Flows.
Cool.
And at the start of this year, I took on Agent Assist.
Cool. I thought you were about to say, I've been with the company 2 years, and you all are the first two people I've met at the company. Interesting time. Cool, Mike. Let's go ahead and hear a little bit about you.
Yeah, no, that's me. I've only been here about 3.5 months, so I'm still meeting. Everybody is new to me almost. So, but yeah, Mike Ray, have been here 3.5 months. Staff product manager, working for Sean, and getting my hands around this Agent Assist and where it is and where we're going with it. So definitely happy to be here and be a part of the team.
Cool. I'm really looking forward to having you guys. And when we have a guest who's on the show for the first time, we always like to ask them kind of like an icebreaker, just something to get to know them outside of the office. And my icebreaker for you all this week is kind of timely. In the community, we're doing a Harry Potter pop-up trivia event. It'll be over well before this episode is available. But my question for you all is, what is your favorite fandom? And to put it into perspective, you could say something like Harry Potter, Star Wars, the obvious ones. You could also say cooking shows. You could say riding bikes, making beer, whatever may float your boat. Just curious, what's your favorite fandom? And let's start with Mike.
I'm going to be honest, I'm not a big Harry Potter follower, but anything followed by beer, I'm in.
Hey, that's why I decided to include it. Really cool. What about you, Sean?
I'm Irish, so I love a good pint of Guinness, and that was something I missed during the pandemic. You can only get really good Guinness out of a draft from a pub.
Yes.
They've come a long way with the cans of Guinness, but a draft full of Guinness, I really missed that during the pandemic. So I'm a big Guinness fan. But when I'm not necking pints of Guinness, I do love triathlon. I was only talking to Mike about that today. So yeah, I do a lot of triathlon.
Cool. You do the triathlon. Mike and I will be waiting for you at the bar. I can promise you that. Yes.
We'll have one waiting for you.
Yeah. Cool. So do you still live in Ireland? That's where you're located right now?
Yeah, I'm in Dublin, Ireland. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Beautiful. All right, guys. So I'm excited to talk about Agent Assist. And to get going, I'm going to ask you this question two ways. The first way is kind of like, go ahead, give me the technical information, give me that download. What is Genesys Agent Assist?
Yeah, I'll feel that one, right? So Agent Assist is an industry term, right? But it covers a broad array of kind of AI technologies. And the goal is to enhance not only the agent's productivity, but also their ability to deliver superior customer experiences. So we generally look at Agent Assist from two facets. It's what we can do in the call or in the chat, and what we can do to help the agents after the call or the wrap-up period, right? So, for example, during the call or during the chat, we can provide real-time suggestions, so we can listen to what the customer is saying, figure out what their intent is, and in real time give the agent some suggested answers that they could give to the customer. And then, for example, on the after call, where they're writing down their notes and they're summarizing the call, we can inject some AI there to give them suggested summaries and save them some time in that part of their interaction.
The other way that I'm going to ask is because I know one of our favorite watchers of the show is my mother, and she sometimes gets a little carried off by some of the topics that we're having. So for my old mom out there, what do you think? Can you explain Agent Assist like you would to somebody who has no idea what we do?
If you've called an agent and you're trying to figure out how to, get a new credit card or get whatever, agents today have a lot of information in front of them. They're being asked to do a lot. So what can we do for that person that you're talking to on that call, that chat, that interaction that helps them serve you quicker, better, makes their job, makes their life much easier, and gives you that better customer experience?
Cool. So when it comes to the agent side of this, why do you think agents need Agent Assist? Like, how do you think it helps them other than, getting the answer as quick as possible or getting good knowledge as quick as possible? How else does it help?
I'll take that one, right? So, like, if you think about agents, if we look at them right from say 10 years ago, right, the majority of their interactions with customers would be fairly mundane and repetitive, right? So they were, they're getting the same questions from the customer, they're giving the same answers, they're giving them the same, their summaries that they write up are generally the same. So 9 times out of 10, customer gets onto the agent or the support center person, and they can resolve it really quickly. So it might have been, their job might have been a little bit boring, but they had generally good job satisfaction, right? So agents are measured, right? They do have KPIs that they're measured against, things like CSAT and HT. So even though the job could be repetitive and sometimes boring, the job satisfaction could be pretty good, right? Because they'd always hit those targets. Fast forward to today, right? So kind of with the AI boom of, the recent decades, a lot of companies have embraced self-service technologies, for example, bots, and they also have really, really good FAQ pages, right? So if you think about if you have an issue today, right? So say if you have an issue with your smartphone, what's the first thing you do? You're not going to get on to your provider and ask them, can I speak to somebody and try and resolve? The first thing everybody does is they go to Google, they type in the issue that they're having, and they type in the brand, right? And 9 times out of 10, you're going to get an answer from the company's FAQ page, right? Or similarly with self-service, right? People like to self-serve. They generally don't want to be talking to somebody. If I can do something for myself, I'll go away and do it, right? So bots have really come a long way and can take care of a lot of stuff. I can interact with a bot on the company's website and take care of my needs through that. But it's the one time where I'm not getting the answer, right? Or I'm not being able to self-serve, that I'm going to escalate it to an agent. So I've kind of resolved the fact that, okay, now I need to speak to somebody. So what's happening now is you're getting people getting through to the contact center or the support center who have elevated needs, right? So the issues that they're getting on to the agents about are a lot more difficult to resolve and deal with than they were, say, 10 years ago. So it's now become not just that one time, it's nearly all the time, right? That when the customer's ringing in, that they have pretty complex things that they need to get resolved. You know, it's very stressful for them to come in. There's too much information there that they need to learn. You know, those repetitive tasks that they could kind of upskill on really quickly and get going with. Those days are kind of gone now. They really have to be up to speed really quickly on really hard problems, and that's where we need to come in and help them. So this is where we talk about agent assist and the AI that we're trying to leverage to help those agents deal with those complex queries, you know, a lot better than they would have done previously.
Cool. That all makes sense to me. And, you know, my job isn't just managing this YouTube channel or this show. I am an online community manager. So I believe in self-service. Trust me. What does Genesys offer when it comes to agent assist, and what's available today? I guess that last part's kind of
all right. Yeah, I'll talk a little bit about what we have, and then maybe Mike can show us a demo of those capabilities, right? So we've two options, right, for our customers. So for our North America customers today, we provide real-time transcription and knowledge surfacing for agents, and this is powered by Google CCAI. So we have recognized, right, that some of our customers have strategic partnerships with Google. They might have created a bot with Google's Dialogflow. They may be using Google's knowledge workbench, and they want to utilize that. They want to reuse that again. So what we've done is we've brought the value add to that, right? We've allowed our customers to integrate with their Google instance, and we can surface the knowledge articles to agents in real time. And Google takes care of the transcription and fetches the right FAQ articles to the agents in real time. The second option we have is our native solution. So we've developed a native offering for customers who want to contain their agent assist all within one platform. Say, right, so for some customers it's maybe not palatable that their data is going off to a third party, particularly in Europe with GDPR. Sometimes that's just not acceptable. So there's customers out there who want it all contained, right? So this is available in July. It's similar to Google CCAI. It's a knowledge surfacing capability. And it leverages our new knowledge workbench, and you also get the benefit, actually, we have a new feature out called Knowledge Optimizer. So it's all contained in one platform. It'll be available for our new DX solution, so on the digital channel. And then we're going to quickly roll that out for our CX customers on the digital channels in Q3 this year. So that's I'm rambling on a bit here. I'm going to turn it over to Mike and let him actually show you what I'm talking about.
Okay, I'm just going to hit play on this real quick. What you're seeing here is the CX platform. This is the agent's desktop. We have a call coming in right now, and then on the right-hand side, you'll see here we have an agent assist icon. I'll be clicking that, and then I'll be selecting the transcription button. So it's actually going to pull open another window, and you'll be able to see the AI transcribe the conversation between Sean and I. As we're talking, on the right-hand side, you'll see the AI reaching out to knowledge and attempting to find knowledge based on what Sean is asking. And then we'll kind of go through that in just a second. So here we go. Hi, good afternoon. Can I help you?
Hi, good afternoon. My oven has gotten very dirty recently. How do I clean my oven?
Absolutely, I'm happy to help you with that. Your oven can be cleaned with a regular soap and water solution.
Great. And how do I clean the filters in my hood?
Great question too. The filters in your hood can be cleaned in the dishwasher or by hand.
Fantastic.
So Perfect. So that was kind of the CX demo of the conversation. And you see here on the screen, like I say, the transcription. So we're transcribing all the conversation between the user and the agent and surfacing knowledge, and the agent is able to give that knowledge a thumbs up or thumbs down to continually train the AI model that based on what was asked, this is the knowledge surface. Did it in fact help or not help? What we didn't show here too is you can actually click on those articles. So if you've got more than just a sentence or two, you can actually click on the article and it'll open up the web page to where that article exists. Okay, so this is a quick demo of Smart Advisor on our digital platform, on our DX platform. On my secondary screen, I have a chat window up, so I'm just going to and I've got myself on cue here, so I will just kind of type up a quick chat. What is Agent Assist? And it will come in, because it would help if I spelled it right. It will come in, I will accept the engagement, and we're here. As soon as an engagement comes in, Smart Advisor is looking for knowledge. So it's trying to read the intent of the utterance received by the user and what knowledge is here. How can I help you, the agent, get going on this conversation right away? So here, a couple options. You see just the screen layout. You see if we were authenticated, we'd have our predictive engagement, our journey information here also for our asynchronous communications. So the agent has everything here at their top, at their hands. Our focus right now is on these two windows here, is the chat and the Smart Advisor window, specifically this one. Here as an agent, if this article is what I want, I can give it the thumbs up, and I can open it to confirm, and then I can also copy this directly to the chat and hit enter, sends it over back to the user. And you notice here now I'm in a window, so I'll flip back to where as I'm waiting for more conversations to come in from the user. But if a conversation comes in and I'm not quite sure that this knowledge is what I want, or I believe I want to search the knowledge base myself, I can type something in here. Let's just pain points for agents today. And it pulls up the article here. You'll see knowledge disconnected, hard to find, lack of information, ineffective training. Yeah, let's copy this back over to the user. This is what they're asking, and then hit enter. And then we can just have the conversation back and forth with the user. Again, I go back here, get out of my manual search steps, and I'm in here. What makes a great agent experience? This is just a demo environment. In fact, I think I only have 3 or 4 articles out here right now. So, and they're all about agent assist. So that's why they're coming up here. What makes up a great agent experience? Again, I can click on it. I see Simplified Agent Desktop Complete View, Right Tools. I can copy this to the chat and hit enter and respond back to the user. So that, in the most simplest form, that's the most simple and direct way Agent Assist that we're utilizing right now for our DX platform. And as we've been talking, we'll talk some more here, is this is moving into our CX platform for digital, and then for voice also. We saw the CX, we saw the DX side of this, and we're transcribing this conversation. So as Sean mentioned earlier, where else can we help out the agent? But now the call's done after the call. So this is a mock-up. This is something that we are in works right now with our teams. They actually have the AI. We saw it the other day. This is trying to take a look at how we start to bring this into the UI. This is a conversation between an agent and a user over flights and getting a refund. Traditionally now, when the agent is done with this interaction, this chat, they would need to do their wrap up, whether that be summarize the conversation, etc. So what we've got now, what we're looking at now, is AI taking this. So this conversation, again, this is a mock-up, but here it's done. The agent would say, I need to wrap up now. AI has now crawled that conversation and extracted what it believes is the heading, the reason, the intent for the call, and summarized it into 3 to 5 sentences. And so this is what is now presented to the agent. The agent can use it, agent can edit this, or move on. So basically saving them seconds to minutes, depending on the length of the conversation, the complexity of the conversation. They can select the wrap-up code here, and then save and go back. And now they're done. They can end the chat and the interaction. So that's kind of a sneak peek there.
Cool, really cool. You know, this conversation is all really interesting to me. I love that it ties into web messaging, which we talked about in the last episode. For me, it also hits because one of the things that the community has is a DX community. In the interest of transparency, I had no idea we would be talking about DX today. But this show is primarily for Genesys Cloud CX. So a lot of people may not know what DX is. You know, we probably do. If somebody who uses CX right now is watching this and they want some of this functionality that's for DX, what would your advice be? Is it something they should look into buying? Is it something like just wait patiently? CX and DX will be finding more commonalities. What would your advice be on something like that?
We had, obviously, CX was there before DX, right? So CX is, there's 3 licenses on CX. There's Genesys Cloud 1 goes up to 2 and 3, right? So 1 is actually voice only, and you can buy a digital add-on for that. And then you have 2 and 3, which layers in digital capabilities. How DX came about is there are customers out there who don't need a voice capability, right? They don't need to spin up a contact center to deal with customers over voice channels. They just don't need it, right? So they don't need all of the feature and functionality that you get with the CX offerings, right? So that's why we're coming out with a digital only offering, which is DX. In terms of customers, you generally wouldn't have somebody who's on CX already would not look to go to DX, right? So they have made a choice. You know, they do need the voice capabilities. What we're doing with Agent Assist specifically is, yes, we're rolling out our native solution first on the DX platform. You know, there are some reasons why we're doing that, but we're very conscious that these capabilities need to be there for CX as well. So this is why we're saying that this is available in July on DX. Now, we are coming to market with that DX solution in July. So it's not just Agent Assist. Obviously, there's a whole raft of feature functionality coming out for digital only on the DX platform. But a lot of things are cross-cutting specifically for digital channels and even voice as well. We will generally roll out things. So for example, summarization that Mike showed you there, we will bring that out first on a digital channel, and then we'll quickly roll it out for voice. But saying digital means that it doesn't mean that it's going to DX only. It'll go to digital channels, which is across both DX and CX platforms.
New beta now enrolling. Let's hear from the beta manager.
We have opened up the Genesys DX beta to our Genesys Cloud customers. This is literally hot off the press. It's brand new. It includes a new AI-enabled multilingual knowledge workbench, digital dialogue flow, which is built right into Architect, and you can use it to make interactive, visual, rich media chatbots. And it also includes Knowledge Optimizer and so much more. This is going to be the foundation for that new Agent Assist and for much, much more to come.
Enrollment is now open. Head to the beta headquarters community to submit your application before it closes. Now, back to the show.
I did have a few more questions for you. How is Genesys Agent Assist different than what anyone else offers on the marketplace?
Yeah, the marketplace is definitely crowded in this area. There's no doubt about it, right? So, you know, why go with Genesys? I think the main point is cost, right? So by us being 100% native, right, it allows us to bring our Agent Assist offering to far less cost to our customers, right? Compliance is another area that we can think of, right? So I mentioned before that it's just not palatable for some customers that data is going to third parties. They do like to have everything contained within Genesys Cloud, and we're well aware of that. And we know that we need to have offerings for our customers who just, it's just not going to fly for them, right? for data to go elsewhere, right? So they want it all contained. It's end to end, right? So you're not creating your knowledge in one area and then having it surface, say, in Genesys Cloud, right? So you can curate your knowledge in Genesys Cloud, you can view the reporting of it, you get all the analytics, the maintenance of it. We have the agent desktop. It's all end to end, right? We're rolling out obviously features like summarization. It's all contained within Genesys Cloud. So that is a big thing for a lot of customers. Similarly, it's one roadmap, right? So we're not relying on a third-party AI provider to come out with their technologies and then we can consume it, right? We own it. We have our own AI team. We drive that roadmap. We have our own knowledge workbench team. We help to drive that roadmap as well, right? So one roadmap for customers can be very appealing to them. We know this space. We've been in this space for decades, and then we look at the problem and then go find the AI that's going to solve the problem for our customers. So it's a little bit of reverse. We're not kind of, let's develop some AI that, you know, some companies will do, and then it's, okay, we developed the AI, let's go find a problem to solve with it, right? We don't do that here. We focus very sharply on what are we trying to do for our customers, and then we find the right solution for it. Sometimes it's not, you don't need massive amounts of AI or even AI at all to solve the problem, but when it is warranted in cases like Agent Assist, we have our own in-house AI engineering teams that are well capable of developing solutions for it.
Very cool. One thing you mentioned is that this app is available for purchase. So I'm assuming it'll come out in the App Foundry as an add-on for people when it's released.
So actually the native one, right? So native will be part of the DX platform when it's released in July. Okay. You get it as part of that. And similarly, I'll go back to this cost issue, right? So we plan to have, as initial step, we're going to have Agent Assist or native Agent Assist offering as part of the GC3 cloud license, right?
Cool. Nice. Very nice.
We can do that, right? So yeah, and this goes back to the issue of cost, right?
Cool. That's excellent. I'm sure some customers will be quite happy to hear that. Just a couple more questions for you. The first question is, what languages are supported as part of Agent Assist?
Again, as Sean said, we've got the Google CCAI. That's currently in English only right now in North America. Our Genesys native Agent Assist is going to come out in the 6 languages, English, Spanish, German, French, Portuguese, and Italian. And then as we move into the CX platform, that'll be able to take advantage of the CX languages. I believe right now there's 9, the 6 plus 3 more on that'll be available.
So one more question for you all. What are the future capabilities that will exist in Genesys Agent Assist?
You saw an example there Mike showed you of summarization. So we're targeting year end to have summarization available on digital channels, and then we want to quickly follow that up with the voice channel for both DX and CX. We just finished up some user testing on some great concepts on knowledge surface or sharing for agents. So you saw the example of how we surface knowledge to agents in real time. We want to bring that to the next step, right? So you saw Mike actually showing you the thumbs up, thumbs down. This is where we want to get better on that, right? So how can we bring agents more into the fold on the stuff that we're presenting to them? So we've some really good concepts on that. We came up with some really good ideas on a fairly intense workshop that we did, where we did a whole pile of user interviews and research, and now we're going out and user testing some of the designs that we have on that. Cool. I'm hoping we can get some of this in years. So yeah, it's early days, but what I will say about it, it's about leveraging that agent knowledge and making sure that, you know, there are some really good agents out there who have some really good knowledge, and it's how do you leverage that, and how do you bring what's inside their heads and share that with your other agents, right? Okay. In 2023, just to go a bit forward, right, we're looking at agent bots. So this can kind of take 2 forms. So for example, one would be like allowing the bot to listen in the background. and then maybe suggest the next best action or an RPA task, right? So for example, the bot could hear what the customer wants to say, book a doctor's appointment. The bot can see that, it knows all the customer's information. It can suggest to the agent, hey, I hear the customer wants to book the doctor appointment. Do you want me to take care of that? And the agent, says yes, and the agent has it all taken, or the bot, I should say, has it all taken care of because it's listening in the background. It's starting to fill in information already. The agent doesn't have to go back to the customer and go, okay, tell me all your details, and I'll start to fill it in, and then we'll get you booked in, right? So we can use bots to do that, and we have our own native bot capabilities that we can do that with. The other side of that is where we actually let the agent inject the bot into, say, a digital conversation. So think about repetitive tasks, I don't know, collecting like ID and V, right? So identification and verification, right? Is there stuff like that we can automate with a bot, so the agent doesn't have to, again, like have it back and forth? And remember, on digital as well, agents can be taking care of 4 or 5 conversations at one time. Sure. So they could hand over to the bot could take the customer down the path that they need to go down to collect the information, whilst the agent goes off and deals with another customer query. So that's what we're looking at in 2023. It's going to be a big area for us in the new year.
Well, that's really cool. Guys, those are all the questions that we had prepared. I do have some questions that, or I have a question that came in from a partner of ours. This one came from Vaughn. I'll probably add more, but for now, this is a recurring topic that comes out. What if the Genesys customer has their knowledge base already curated in another system, e.g. Salesforce? Is the only solution, if they want to use Agent Assist that leverages Google, to manually copy articles across each time they're created / modified? Or is there a mechanism for the KBs or knowledge bases to be provided natively from Salesforce to Agent Assist? This is a great question. As somebody who's migrated more communities than I can count, I have no doubt this is a question that's on probably a few people's minds. So what do you all think? Any kind of help you can provide for Vaughn?
Yeah, that is a fantastic question, right? I mentioned, that we have input into the Knowledge Workbench roadmap and where the direction of what that goes. And, there's a lot of parts within Agent Assist, but it's all contained within Genesys Cloud. Cool. Now, unfortunately, today with our Knowledge Workbench, it is a copy and paste, right? So if you want to utilize Genesys Knowledge Workbench today, you have to copy over the FAQs and put them into our workbench. However, we have recognized that this isn't something that our customers want, right? They don't want to have to maintain in multiple different places. So for now, it's copy and paste. A few weeks from now, we'll have imports in JSON and API formats. And then in this year, we'll start to deliver connectors to those external commonly used knowledge management systems. And that is a big focus area for the Knowledge Workbench team. This area is to build those connectors. So the answer, I guess, in short is, unfortunately, no, not as of right now, but very soon we want to have that capability. And the advantages of that are you get to leverage our native Agent Assist knowledge surfacing capability without having to go out to third party to build and curate your knowledge articles.
Let me add on just to that real quick. I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
The question I think specifically mentioned the Google CCAI, and I think the answer there is no. Professional services though can look at helping you do connectors and transfer that knowledge.
I was wondering about that, like what pro services options may be available, or are there any kind of add-ins that might help. But the other thing I was going to suggest is, hey, it's summer. A lot of really good students may be looking for internships. So get those copy and paste spots going. Get those summer interns just as a workaround, naturally. Guys, this has been a lot of fun. I appreciate talking with you. And you have a lot of great stuff coming up on your roadmap. And now that you're, guests on the show, always feel free to come back. I'd love to see these new features as they roll out and, continue to check on your success. So congrats, everybody. It sounds like you got a really fun selection of projects ahead of you and some cool tech to work with. So thanks for stopping by.
Absolutely.
Cool. It was really great to get to know Mike and Sean and Agent Assist. Seems like a really cool feature. I hope you all enjoyed that segment. Now, let's take a minute, well, actually 3 minutes out of our busy schedule to meet the DX team. And we get to do it all with my new colleague, Nicole. Nicole, can't wait to see what you have in store for us.
I'm Nicole Milligan, and I'm the new online video specialist for the Genesys communities. Today, I'm meeting the DX team, but there's a catch. I have only 3 minutes to get to know them and cool features about the DX product. Can I do all of that before the timer runs out? Let's find out. Okay, DX team, tell me quickly who you are.
My name is Allison Castellat.
Anthony Romero.
Rebecca Roberts.
My name is Cody Smith.
Let's get some quirky facts about you lightning fast. If you were a wrestler, what would your entrance song be?
My entrance song would be Eye of the Tiger.
Beastie Boys Intergalactic.
How about all the single ladies? I don't know, that's so random, that just came in my head.
Who would take the last donut?
Allison.
Allison.
It's definitely me.
What is Anthony's favorite movie?
Anthony's favorite movie has to be Top Gun.
Star Wars or something in that category.
Favorite movie? Raging Bull? I don't know.
I'm a big nerd for Japanese films in particular. I love the Godzilla franchise. I could, at any given time, name the release date for any of the 36 Godzilla movies.
Time is running short and we haven't even got to DX yet. Okay, guys, quickly, tell me your elevator pitch for the DX product.
Everyone is digital now. We used to say that you go online. Now we just know that everyone is online all the time.
And what DX does is it allows you to use those digital channels to interact in the way that you want to interact.
And it's more than just a sales tool. It really is about being able to optimize and personalize the experience holistically across a use case, across a team, or across your entire organization.
I've always been impressed by how quick and easy it is to use the solution. The way that you're able to kind of take customers, data and really refine it around that journey, either to optimize for certain KPIs or other elements, with the ideal output here being that you're adjusting faster than your competition. You're always staying one step ahead of them.
And so now what I'd like to know is, what is your favorite feature of the DX product?
Smart Advisor, your agent assistive technology. Agents have access to so much information, it can almost be overwhelming. So when they have their buddy at their side, serving up the right information at the right time, they can really perform their best at their job. And that makes for great customer experiences too.
Adding phrasing, for example, going in quickly, adding different ways that things can be worded and the answers, and then also the natural language processing, just to make that feel like a very organic and natural experience for the end user asking their questions and then having that synced up to an answer in the knowledge base.
It's our 30-second warning. Rebecca, Cody, favorite feature, go.
Predictive engagement.
Genesys predictive engagement.
It really allows you to see a customer beyond a single interaction. And that just provides a really great customer experience, and it leads to phenomenal outcomes for your business. So I'm going to go with that.
That was my last question, and oh my gosh, we did it with only a few seconds to spare. Way to go, guys. I feel like I know you better, and I've learned a little bit about the amazing DX product, and now I want to know more. And if you want to learn more about DX or the team, join us on the DX community and keep your eyes open for more great content coming soon. Again, I am Nicole Milligan, the new online video specialist, and I cannot wait to meet all the other amazing Genesys teams out there. Until next time.
All right, awesome. Thank you, Nicole, for that great interview. Thank you to Anthony and the rest of the DX team. If you want to keep that conversation going, like Nicole said, check out the DX community. It's just a few pages over. That does it for this week. If you're having fun with the show, please join us for some trivia in the community, and always feel free to keep the conversation going on that page. We look forward to catching up with you in our next episode. Until then, have a good one, everybody.
Thanks for tuning in for this week's episode. We hope it was helpful and maybe a little bit entertaining. Each week, our host and experts review community discussions and debate what content to discuss, so your voice matters. Did we miss something? Do you have a question for the show? Let us know. Join the conversation at the Genesys online community. As a Genesys customer or partner, you can create an account. Just click the sign in button found on most pages and follow the necessary instructions to create an account. Also, feel free to email us at qashow@genesys.com. We'd love to hear from you. If this is your first episode, welcome. You can view our entire archives. Go to the Helpful Links panel found on most community pages and find the QA Show archive that interests you.
Also, check out the community's prize wall for current contests and previous winners.
We appreciate your support of the show and the community. Cheers!